in the NFL in passing touchdowns this season. It's the Saints and the Falcons, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side's taking the switch. Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So out have the Falcons for their first possession. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
Second down now, 7 to go. Dak off the play fake. That's brought in by Mooney. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Oh, it's tipped. Interception. Picked off by the rookie from Texas A&M. And the Saints are going to have it after his second. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Finds him over the middle. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal. Harris will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Saints have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Najee Harris, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Carlson's extra point is good. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Falcons with their offense back out there as Tyler Algier returns to the field. And he's been a frequent visitor to the end zone over the first couple of months of this season. Right now actually leading the league in rushing touchdowns. Throwing on first is Prescott. Gets this one to Tyler Algier. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
On the toss, it's Algier. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over.
And even on not the play they wanted, it's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love third downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Saints will get set to take over. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Staying on the ground with Harris. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. It could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Taken in by Shaheed. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Sending the tight end in motion left. 1st and 10, looking to throw. He gets it to Juwan Johnson. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Harris does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
They'll run with Harris. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Has it down close.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Here we go, 4th and goal inside the 1. Here's Harris. And he hauls it across for the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints pull out in front further, 13-zip. Najee Harris, the touchdown. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints drive out to an early 14-0 lead. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Falcons ready for their next possession. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground with Algier. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 31. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. They send a tight end in motion. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Motioning him from the slot right. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Dialing up a receiver screen. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that 1st quarter. It's a 2-score game early. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They have 2nd down and 5. Dak throwing again. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Another throw for Prescott. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Saints get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The Saints and Najee Harris making their return to the field. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Second down now, 7 to go. Harris once more. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. That one's complete, right side. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Gets this one to Shaheed. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there, and that gives them 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. It's a New Orleans touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Carlson good on the extra point. And the Saints stretch their lead to 21. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Fielded at the 7. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Falcons and Drake London headed back out onto the field. And he's been one of the central pillars of this offense this season. Right now sitting 2nd in the NFL in receptions. 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, here's Dak. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. That throw is looking for Kyle Pitts. And that'll bring up 2nd down. On the ground with Algier. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. Prescott set to pass. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
Pulled in at the 20. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Saints and Chris Olave ready to take over once again on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion. That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Back now, pressure on its way. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down here at the 16.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Falcons go in nickel to defend this third down play. Looking to the air here. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And coming off 3 and out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. It's into the hands of Mooney. It's a gain of 22. And the Falcons will have a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
That one's complete to London. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. They give to Algier from the gun. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
Prescott now on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st and 10, Prescott. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Gun. He'll get this complete to Pitts.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that lowers the lead to 21.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
On the return, Britton Covey. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Into the hands of Olave. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Saints are going to have a first down. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So it's 2nd down coming up. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. 2nd and 10 now. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. The Falcons with the football late in the first half. And losing by 3 scores, they'll have a final chance to take at least 3 off the deficit before halftime. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. Another try following the sack. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. A give to Algier on the inside handoff. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Collects this at the 35. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. The Saints ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll throw it. Short pass brought in. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. A.J. Terrell making that stop. Now Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that grows the lead to 27.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
Here comes the final play of our first half. He's back to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So we're at halftime here in beautiful New Orleans. And it's the Saints who've got the lead as we head to the break. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Javon Baker, well over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were losers in that ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington Commanders. Cortland Sutton, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. We got a fine first half out of the former Alabama man.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Covey now to return this. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. And he'll get it up to the 44. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Now looking to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. Finds him on the slant. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Hits him on the in route. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. Man, there's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them, and the penalty gives them a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it perfectly. We had him right where we wanted, and we let him off the hook.
From the red zone now. Complete out to the right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Has it down close. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
We'll put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Harris. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for third down. Man in motion here. Shotgun now on third down. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
But when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback, who comes to my mind first. I'm going to bring up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time to this lead.
And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Falcons and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. First down, here's Dak. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. In a good spot here, second and inches. Dak off the play fake. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And the Falcons will have a first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Pitts brings it in. And he reaches the 30 before going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Finds London on the slant. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. Algier running behind center. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Carl Granderson in on the tackle. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is third and inches. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Here's Prescott, first and 10. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Saints take over on his 5th interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. play action on first down. They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a third in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And I don't think we can really call these highlights, partner. Shall we just call them replays as we re-examine his performance so far in this one? 3 interceptions mixed in among his work. It's really limited a lot of what he's been able to do out there. New set of downs for him at the 38. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up. Putting a receiver in motion. Prescott now on 3rd down. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away. Looking for his wide receiver there. 4th down coming up. So now on is Younghoe Koo for the Falcons field goal. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they're going to knock the lead down a small peg to 27 points.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. They've ripped off 4 straight wins, and if this lead holds, that's going to be 5 before we know it. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running behind center with Harris. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They're throwing it. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. A tight end in motion now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Gets this to Johnson. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
He'll throw it. He finds Johnson. And he gets him around 6 there. Arnold Ebiketie makes it there for the stop. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Saints have it as we start the 4th, and they can probably go on cruise control with that lead. 3rd and 4 coming up now. He's dropping back to throw. Caught, nice gain left side. There it is, touchdown New Orleans! The Saints keep running away with this. Oh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints grow their lead yet again. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Return starts at the 3. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And he's been the victim of 3 interceptions already in this game, Brock. Passing lanes kind of reminding me of LA traffic. Pretty hazardous throughout this game.
Yeah, just a mess and nowhere to go. And it's an awful place both on the highway. And trust me, when you're in the pocket looking at this defense, too, it's miserable. Everything's been contested. Everything's been hard. No gimmies. It's a real testament to the work this secondary has done to prepare for this matchup.
Finds a man, right side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Play action, Prescott. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And now it's 3rd and short. Dak now from hit Brock, and it's incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. And now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. 2nd and 3 now. Another throw for Prescott. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Give him 3 on that game. And the Falcons will have a 1st. New set of downs for him from the 46. Dak throwing again. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
That's brought in by Mooney. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs.
You know, these fourth down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really being the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. They give to Harris from the gun. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
This is Harris on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 3 yards on the pickup. They're short by just as many now as it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Nope. Fans starting to stream from the Superdome to the French Quarter as it's a win for the Saints. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the
Got it. Ready? Fresh out of jail. Now I'm made it out of chunk. At least I know I'm up, boy. Like my niggas jumping around, boy. In that Billy Sean, he ain't